how's it going? So today I'm gonna decorate our biggest Christmas tree. This is our 9-footer in the great room. It is a new tree from the one that I decorated last year. So I had planned on decorating a real tree this year. We just recently replaced our furnace, which means we don't have to rely on our wood stove this year to heat our house. And wood stoves, as you know, dry Christmas trees out super fast. So I've just done artificial trees throughout the past few years. So I was getting excited about using a real one, but then I came across this gorgeous tree actually at Home Depot. Totally was not planning on buying one. And Russell, get out of the fig tree. Russell, do you need to go outside? Come on. Anyway, I came across this tree at Home Depot. They only had it in a 7.5-foot size, so we had to order it in. But let me turn the camera around and show you what it looks like. And it is kind of a weird time of day. I couldn't decide if I wanted to film like when it's bright outside so you could see more details on the ornaments, or when it was dark, I don't know. So hopefully we'll get shots at both, you know, like during the day today and then some tonight. Anyway, let me show you the tree. So this is it. It doesn't have quite as tight of a cone shape as the last tree, which is what I didn't really like about it. It was also hard to hang some of my ornaments because there wasn't enough room in between all the branches, and there's quite a bit of space. Like when you look in here, there's a lot of space in between each individual branch, and the needles have much more of a real appearance. So this is called the Elegant Fir with Micro Dot Lights. That's the name of it. We'll link it down below. I actually like it so much that I went out and bought the 7.5-foot size too to replace one of my other 7.5-foot trees because I'm using a lot of my current trees for a different decorating project that we'll show you a little bit later on. But the Micro Dot Lights are awesome, you guys. I don't know if you can see in there, but they're not near as bulky as traditional lights, which may or may not be a problem. Like, I am really hoping that all these lights turn on next year, because I don't know what I'll do if I have sections out. I don't know if you can buy these specific lights. But usually, even with artificial trees, I have to add extra lights into my trees because they're just not bright enough. And I like lights that go all the way into the interior of the tree, all the way to the trunk, so that the whole thing looks like it's glowing and that it's lit up and there's not like a bunch of dark right in the center. So anyway, I'm just really pleased with the way this tree looks. In fact, at night, we just sit here and kind of talk about how it doesn't even need to be decorated because it's just so pretty. But here I am today. I'm just gonna fill it full of stuff, which I have down here already. Let me show you what I've got. So since I'm not decorating as many trees this year in our own home, I brought down all the stuff from last year's great room tree. You can see some beauties in there. And then I'm also gonna be using probably all the stuff from my silver and white tree on this specific one. And no decorating project is complete without your additional semi-trucks and cars laying around. Benjamin's napping right now, but I'm sure he'll be joining in on this process a little bit later on. So I'm going to take everything out of these bins right now. We'll kind of give you an idea of what we have to work with, and then we'll head down to the garden center for maybe a few extras. So here's a quick overview. You can see the traditional great room tree stops about here, and then that's the silver and white stuff. But I think once we mix them all together, they'll be really pretty. The only thing I wish I had was a different angel. So I've been using this one since Aaron and my first year that we were married, so over 13 years ago. And she's fine, but she's too small for this size of tree. I just haven't found one that I really loved to replace her with yet. And those lights haven't worked for like 5 or 6 years, but that's all right, we make do. All of these, so I'll just kind of like pan over them really quick. I like gold and silver with a little touch of red. There's some bronze, like different shades of gold in here. I really like this mirrored snowflake here. A lot of these have come from the garden center. And also my parents tend to bring us home ornaments when they travel. So like, for example, we move over here. These really pretty glass ornaments are from Paris. I think this one is from Budapest, I think. Anyway, there's some really neat ones in here. And you can see I picked some of these up last year after Christmas was over at the garden center. Love this one. This one's really delicate glass with the feathers on top. And I like lots of glittery things too, lots of shiny stuff. And I'm not sure why, but I've got quite a collection of birds that go on this tree too. They're all kind of like, they have some glitter to them. And there are some from the silver and white tree as well that I will most likely be adding in this year. I love to spread everything out before I start my decorating project because you kind of forget from year to year all the things that you do have, and it helps me start to formulate how I want to put things on the tree, like what I want to start with first, and then I can go from there. Also, I did put this tree in a corner so we can save on ornaments by not decorating the back, because nobody sees that anyway. The ribbon will kind of wrap around naturally around the back of the tree, but that's pretty much it. But I want this to be very full and interesting in the end, so let's head down to Andrew's and grab a couple more ornaments. Yes. I was hoping one of these was still available. I need one of these for sure. Alright guys, so I'm back home. I did pick out some really pretty ornaments. My camera died about halfway through when I was down there, and I didn't have a spare battery, which is not like me. Usually I carry lots of spare batteries. But anyway, let me show you what I got. These are the new ones. I picked out 3 of the red quilted ornaments, 2 round ones and 1 kind of oblong one. I love these right here because they're long and they bring a lot of drama, I think. 2 of the longer brown ones here for a little bit of depth, and I do have a few other brown I just wanted to add to, like the pine cone. There's one there, and there's some brown in the birds. And I got one of the hand painted, like this is crushed glass ornaments. I really wanted one of those. I'm super happy they still had one. And then a couple more snowflakes. And then I totally forgot, I had this sitting to the side. I picked this up the other day at the store, and I thought that these were really pretty. Also, I'm gonna run outside in my bare feet to show you guys what it looks like, because when I left home, it was actually kind of bright and sunny. And so I thought that this was gonna be really hard to film because of how bright it was in that room. Oh, it's cold. But it looks like we're gonna get some snow today. I'm not sure how that looks in the camera. It doesn't look near as ominous as it does in person standing here. That's how it always goes. But it got really dark all of a sudden, and yeah, I guess we're supposed to get a little bit, which I would honestly welcome at this point because we've had no moisture in like a couple months, and we could really use some. We do have on the forecast though, Wednesday we're supposed to get 2 to 4 inches, so that's the day before Thanksgiving, and that's exciting. How was your nap?
Car.
Yeah?
Car.
Is that a truck? Did you get a haircut today?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking pretty handsome, buddy. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my ribbon first. I'll probably put the big bows at the top. I'll attach those near the very tippy top, but leave enough room for my angel. And then I'll attach ribbons individually underneath the bows and start them coming around the tree. And typically I like to take 2 different ribbons that look very different from one another but complement each other, and I put them together. So I have them all rolled up from last year, but I put them together, and that's how I twist them around the trees. And then I go back through and kind of like separate them a little bit so they look a little bit wider than they actually are. We did do a video last year. I'll try to remember to link that down below on how I like to do ribbons. I also try to, especially on bigger trees, I use a wider ribbon kind of in between the skinnier ribbon because you want it to look proportion, you like the right scale. So anyway, that's what I'm gonna start with first. And then I'll probably stop as soon as the ribbon's done, kind of give you a look at that before I start ornaments. Here we go, this is the part that takes the longest. So I've got the ribbon up on the tree and the little tiny angel up there, looking a little bit out of proportion, but that's okay. So what I did first was I went in with the smaller ribbons that I had 2 together, and I went every other, and then I put the thicker stuff in between. And what I do is I just kind of wire it in and then make a loop and then loop it in and out throughout the branches. I kind of try to poke it in a little bit because I don't want it to be like solid on the outside. I just want it to peek through but look kind of even, if that makes sense. So you can see like right here, I ended this piece right down in here, and then I started the new piece here, but I left some tails, so it left some interest right there. I think it's pretty. I could fuss with this ribbon for hours trying to get it exactly perfectly placed, but honestly, as long as you get it up on the tree and it's looking semi-even, you start getting all your ornaments in and you don't notice like any kind of gaps or anything at all. So now I'm just gonna start putting ornaments on the tree. I start with the heaviest stuff first, and then I start with the big bold colors. So anything that's red, I'll distribute those evenly throughout the tree so they don't end up all clustered in one area. And then I just kind of go in with the glittery stuff, ends up being the last stuff. So anyway, we'll get to decorating and then I'll show you what it looks like in the end. Should we hang it right here?
Yeah.
Did you hang that one? Where's the next one? Where do you want to put it, bud? Do you want to put it over here? Pretty close, baby. Would you like some help? Right here? Would you like some help? So you put the little string. Oh. What do you think of that? Let's wrestle behind the tree. Yeah. Russell, what are you doing? Don't you be eating on the tree. What do you think of Russell, buddy? I think he's under the tree skirt. Hey, Russell, get out of there. All right, guys, so it's a brand new day. I did finish decorating the same day I started, but it was getting late. And then to be completely honest, I got it done and I wasn't really 100% sure about it because all of a sudden, once I put ornaments on, it looked extra bright. And I don't know if that makes sense. But when it was sitting there without any ornaments, it was just the tree with lights. It just looked like this sparkly, pretty thing. But then all of a sudden you add these decorations and you're like there's now things that your eyes are trying to focus on when there's a lot of light behind it, kind of like this whole scene right here with the bright windows behind it. It makes it very hard to see what's in front of it, and that's something that we always try to like manage when we're filming. We always try to do it at the right time of day so you know it looks the best. And in this case, I'm going to show it to you right now, kind of as is with the lighting the way it is. But anyway, it took me a couple of days. Like I finished a couple of days ago, and I think it's growing on me. Like I'm liking it a little bit more. And I think that might be a product of me not wanting to undecorate it and get a different tree. And then also, you know, I think maybe just like, I don't know, we get used to everything the longer it sits there. I did like pack this tree out, and I hope that you can see the detail with how the lighting is right now. There's only a very small slice, like a sliver in the back of the tree that I did not decorate, and I used almost all of the ornaments I had sitting there. Also, another little side note is that these branches aren't as strong as I thought they were gonna be. So like be aware of that. So one, there's a ton of lights. If you like that, this is the tree for you. Second, if you have really heavy ornaments, you might have a little bit of a hard time. I was able to get my heavy ornaments on here, but I don't have that many, thankfully. But there's a lot of flexibility in these branches. So anyway, maybe that's what I get for not going like necessarily top of the line with trees. So I'll start at the bottom here. I found this tree skirt at Marshall's actually. We just got a Marshall's in town. So I ran down there because I really didn't want to use my old tree skirt. It's gold and it didn't look good ever with our carpet. I like the black and cream toile quite a bit and the little red stripes, so just a little pop of color down there is kind of perfect. Like it mirrors what I do in my tree, and it may not be something that I use on our great room tree forever, but it'll certainly work this year. And if like I treat it like I did my last one, I'll use it for the next 13 years. But I just used a ton of ornaments, and something that I really like to do, see how you can see like the snowflake here? You can also see a snowflake way back in there. I like there to be a lot of dimension in trees. I don't like everything to just be hanging on the outside, because then I think you lose a lot of detail. I don't know, that's totally personal preference, and I know we all have ways we like to do things, and there's nothing wrong with any one of them. This is just my preference. So how you can see like the dark maroon Christmas ball, and then the pretty little snowflake back in there, and the little acorn in there. I just think it's really fun, and it makes the search kind of fun too. You could stand here and really see lots of detail if you wanted to. Like you could really study what's going on here. And then when I back up, you can see like I kind of scattered my red, you know, in and throughout here instead of it all being kind of in one spot. And you guys, I did not cater to Benjamin with this tree. You can see that I used all of my nice ornaments all the way to the bottom because I feel like I don't know, I don't want to raise him in a glass bubble, like kind of catering to what his age is. I'm using this as an opportunity to teach him what he can and can't do so that when we go somewhere else, he's not playing with somebody else's ornaments on their tree, if that makes sense. And Russell, I have no control over. Russell does what he wants. Does that make sense with the whole parenting thing? Like, you guys, I have zero idea what I'm doing here, but like I did some amaryllis arrangements. They're on our coffee table with rocks as the top dress, and Benjamin was very interested in them, but I just stayed right there, and he knows now, like, you don't touch that, you just look at it. And I just feel like that's, I don't know. I think being at the garden center for so many years and having so many little kids come in and not know how to behave around nice stuff or breakable stuff was just so hard. So anyway, I don't know how I got off on that. Sorry. So a few of my favorite ornaments on here. I love this one right here. It's a shiny, it's a real glass Christmas kind of ball, kind of a different shaped teardrop a little bit, but it's got crushed glass on the top. I really love that one. I really love this one. I think I've got a couple that are quilted like this that my mom and dad got for us. And I think I've showed them to you in the tour every single year because I love them so much. Russell is just being so naughty. Russell, do you need to go outside for a minute? He is full of beans, you guys. He's not biting hard. He's just playing. Okay, now you go run along, play with something else. I think that these are really pretty. And another thing too, like with especially like these longer ornaments, I don't know why this one's not hanging straight, but I always try to find branches where they lay 100% straight. You can see like with this little glittery, and these are cheap, you guys. I love these. These little icicles you can buy like at Walmart or the dollar store, and they just bring such a beautiful look, I think, to the tree. So I've got them all over the place. But I like to make sure that every ornament can free hang and it doesn't look like it's hanging up on a branch, if that makes sense. So like this one right here, I wouldn't want it to look like it was, you know, resting on something weird like that. So anyway, guys, there's just a ton of ornaments on this tree. We'll try to get some shots just showing some of our favorites here. And then if you find like an amazing angel, send me a link. You can kind of see what I want it to look like. I like the gold and white and silver, maybe a touch of red. I need to get up there and fix her though, since she's tipped forward a little bit. And then this area is not done. I have done a little bit of Christmas shopping, so I can wrap some presents, which will start filling in the bottom. And then I have my little equestrian table over here that I'm gonna do a little display on, but I've got my window candles up, and it's just really starting to feel festive. And I'm just taking a slower approach overall this year. Just because, I don't know, some years I want to just go all out. This year I'm just craving simplicity a little bit more. So I actually put one of my trees up upstairs and I haven't decorated it yet, and I think I'm just gonna put it away because I just want to have as much time as I can with Benjamin. I mean, you know, our evenings and any amount of time during the day that I can spend playing with him and being with him and teaching him not to mess with the tree. You know, I think that that's invaluable time that I will never be sorry that I spent with him. So I don't know, I'm just in the mood to simplify a little bit. And so I hope that, like, we've put out several holiday projects, but maybe not as many as we have in the past. But it's been such a wonderful year, and it's relaxing and it's peaceful. I do have a couple other projects I'm gonna share with you as I get the supplies together. I'll be decorating my mantle for you guys, and then maybe a couple other container projects that are fun, maybe an ornament project. I've got some ideas, but anyway, so I hope that you guys are having a fantastic holiday season. I've been seeing a bunch of your trees and decorations on Facebook and Instagram, and it's been really fun to see. It's encouraging and inspiring and all of that. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for this process, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.